Hello and welcome to GreenHerb-Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream I am playing Mortal Kombat 11 and I will be playing some ranked fights online. So sit back, relax, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. And if you don't, Shah Khan, the Emperor of Outworld himself, will crush you with his warhammer, and you really don't want that. Trust me. I speak from experience. Shah Khan beat me. No, really, he did. With his warhammer. YouTube, where is my live chat? Oh, here it is. And hello to my 2 viewers watching the live stream. You're very welcome. It is great to have you. Hope that you enjoy my Mortal Kombat live stream. And more importantly, as always, I hope that your day is going well.
Morning.
Good morning, Chad Middleton. Welcome to Mortal Kombat 11 live stream.
Raiden.
It is great to have you, as always, man.
Shao Kahn.
Enjoy. And how is your day going? I hope that you're having a nice day.
Black Dragon Fight Club.
Let's go, Shah Khan. Shah Khan, the Emperor of Outworld, versus Raiden, the Protector of Earth's realm, and the God of Thunder.
You once again must die. Round 1.
Really, Raiden? You're telling me that I must die? That's not nice, Raiden. That's hate speech. Hate speech, Raiden. We gotta stop hate speech. You prevented me from getting a flawless victory, Raiden. That's not nice.
You will taste no victory.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, my jaw. Hey, Raiden, that hurt it. Now I'm angry. Wait, what the hell? I forgot to choose my... Oh no. It's okay. So, Chad, how are you keeping? How is your day? I was way too far there, wasn't I? This guy is like saving his crushing fatal blow. It's called a fatal blow, but I added in crushing. Really shame. Oh, I haven't used that. I forget how to use fatality. I don't know. Oops.
I woke up late.
Wakey, wakey, Chad. Rise and shine. Get that coffee down your throat. Get that caffeine into your veins. What time is it where you are, Chad? Wait, I'm gonna guess. It's either 10 or 11:34. It is one or the other.
Raiden.
Wait, why did he...
Sea of
Okay, I'm gonna presume that he changed. I knew it was one or the other. 10:34.
1034 M.
Wakey, wakey, Chad. He chose the exact same fighter, so I'm going to presume that he changed his fighter variation.
No aid from me to defeat you. Round one. Fight.
Keep talking that smack, Raiden. You're the only person that gets smacked. Here, have some starfish. Stop doing that, Raiden. It's really annoying. Hey, Raiden. Stop it. Okay? That's not cool. I don't know how to do my fatality. Yeah, don't make me
New
laugh.
update for Doom 1-2. They now run at 60 FPS.
Wait, those games didn't run in 60 frames per second? That is news to me! Yeah, I actually noticed that there was an update to Doom on my PS4 before I went live with Mortal Kombat 11. That's interesting, considering I didn't even know that those games didn't run in 60 frames per second. See, thankfully, Chad, I'm one of those people that doesn't really take notice of frames per second. I just don't.
Finish him.
Ah, your hat is back there, Raiden. I knocked your hat off. How'd you like that, Raiden? Oh, I knocked your amulet too. How about that, boy?
Fatality.
What you thought of about the Pokemon Direct?
I want to shake the hands of the Pokemon Company and Game Freak. They did an amazing job in that Pokemon Direct. Absolutely amazing, packed with content. A remake to some DS game, Pokemon Dungeon, I believe, which looks interesting. It's a completely different type of Pokemon game. I never had the opportunity to play the original, so I'm quite interested in that. There's a demo to that game available right now on the eShop, and also an expansion pass for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, which essentially acts as the updated version of Pokemon Sword and Shield, because as we all know, Game Freak have always released updates to their Pokemon games. We saw, you know, with Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon and the 3DS, later...
The first mystery dungeon, it's like Fire Emblem.
It's like Fire Emblem! That has me even more interested about that game. Thanks for that, Chad. So with Pokemon Sun and Moon on the Nintendo 3DS, shortly after the release of those games, we got Ultra Pokemon Sun and Ultra Pokemon Moon, updated versions of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So that's what's happening now with Pokemon Sword and Shield, except they're going to do it in the form of expansion passes, 2 expansion passes, which I forget the name of. I literally forget the name. It's going to have new, well, not new Pokemon. Well, actually, yeah, new. There's going to be 200 Pokemon in it that weren't in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and new areas to discover, and new battles, and just lots of new stuff to do in this expansion pass, which is available to purchase now.
Round one.
The first expansion pass will be available in summer of this year, and the second will be autumn of this year. I was not expecting that. Really, at all. And right now, there's a chance to catch some Gigantamax Pokemon. Also. So I was very impressed with that Pokemon Direct. I wasn't expecting anything going into it. I really wasn't. I just thought, like, okay, we'll probably see some sort of a service announced for Pokemon, or maybe I was thinking that it could be Pokemon Sleep. Have you heard of a Pokemon Sleep, Chad? It's an app that, surprise, surprise, helps you to sleep. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot going into this Pokemon Direct, and I went away feeling very, very impressed indeed. I see that the usual, typical Pokemon fan base are whining and moaning crying to the mammy. Mammy, they didn't give me all the Pokemon.
Mystery Dungeon and Animal Crossing on the same month.
On the same month, man. I was saying that earlier.
Grinning face.
The same month, like, two huge game franchises, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, same month, same console, same year, boom. Absolutely great. But yeah, some Pokemon fans aren't happy with the expansion pass for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Mammy, it's too expensive. Mammy, can I get €50 to get some V-Bucks in Fortnite, please? Thank you. Yeah, it's too expensive. I mean, come on, like. I'm sorry, but I had to defeat you. But yeah, these Pokemon fans, they make me laugh sometimes. You can never please them. You know what? The thing is, Nintendo fanboys are hilariously easy to, like, offend.
Good job.
Thank you, Chad. I can see now why so many people insult Nintendo fans. Because they're so easy to insult. Because they're whining, moaning babies. You know? They really are. And I think the reaction now to the Pokemon Direct by some Pokemon fans is evidence of that.
Ranked set. Ranked set.
I mean, if Nintendo had decided to go down the road of releasing like a standalone, separate, updated Pokemon Sword and Shield, like they've always done with Pokemon games, the game would cost you between €50 and €60. So €30 for €30 for an expansion pass with 2 pieces of content, two story expansions, is well worth the money in my eyes. Hello? Hello, stranger. How are you? We're gonna play some Mortal Kombat together. Are you happy? I am very happy. I am as ready as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Black Dragon Fight Club.
I am so ready. I know I'm gonna have to talk like this for the rest of the live stream. Otherwise my cover will get blown. So I am GreenHerb-Gaming, and it is very nice to meet you. And we are now going to play some Mortal Kombat 11 together.
Disrespect them at your
Now I have to concentrate now, so I will not talk to you. Very good, GG, bro, GG.
Round 2, fight.
Shao Kahn is a tough motherfucker.
Final round, fight.
Final round, my opponent. It is very nice to fight you. You are a good opponent. Oh, GG, bro. GGG.
Scorpion wins.
Okay, I don't really talk like that. I can't keep that up. I can't keep that up. I don't really talk like that. Sorry. But good game, man. You're very good. And also, I'm doing a live stream as well, by the way. So if you hear me talking to my live stream, that's just me talking to my live stream.
Round one. Fight.
Shao Kahn versus Scorpion. So you may have guessed, but Shao Kahn is my main. Surprise, surprise. I suffer all my life.
Round two.
24/7 Scorpion. You don't need to remind me. My whole life is one big, massive suffering. And I just jumped into that fatal blow with so much optimism. I wanted that fatal blow like so much. Oh, good game, man. Good. Do I get a fatality? Very good, man. Very good. Nice to meet you as well, by the way. Thank you, man. Well, I will say have a nice day and continue to kick some ass online. The awkward silence as you wait to go into another game. Well, that was interesting. He was a nice guy. I don't know if you could hear his audio.
Online.
Once upon a time, I used to be competitive. Remember that, Chad? Remember me being competitive? Anybody remember me being competitive? I also have stutters, which is an interesting fact. But yeah, I used to be very competitive. But no longer. No longer am I competitive. I play for fun, and I kept my promise. It's been like, oh my god, like it has to be almost 2 months now. It's been a long time since I declared that I would no longer be competitive. And I kept my promise. I stood by my word. I am no longer competitive. I play for fun. Every time I've ever played somebody, any fighting game or any game for that matter, I've always played for fun and I have not been competitive.
Great job.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks. It's you know, it's tough. It's tough to keep my competitive beast contained, but I have contained my competitive beasts, and I am happy with that. So yeah, I play for fun now. It's not better that way, I think.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage. God, I'm gonna have to change that Raiden announcer, seriously. I thought it was great, like when I first heard, oh my god, Raiden announcer. But once I heard him, I was like,
Dragon Grotto.
just listen to this dude, like, dude. I said dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just literally said dude live on GreenHerb-Gaming. Lads. Dude. Me. Johnny saying dude. Oh my fucking god.
Round one. Fight.
Well, I've said a lot worse than GreenHerb-Gaming, haven't I? And it starts with an N. So I literally said dude. Yeah, it's official. My midlife crisis has started. Oh well. Soon I'll be ringing up Dr. Fraser, talking about my sad life.
Round two.
Dude. Oh my god. Right. So Chad, what was the most
We got a
exciting...
late New Year sale on the US shop.
Oh, lovely.
Emoji pouting face.
That's pretty good. I haven't bought any game on sale. That... Oh, the old age is coming. I forgot to fucking take that already. The old age kicking in there now. But Chad, I was going to ask you, what was the one piece of news from the Pokemon Direct that has you most excited? Is it the expansion pass for Pokemon Sword and Shield? Is it the remake of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Is it the fact that you can use Pokemon Home to transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee to Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Fight.
What has your funny bone tingling? Oh, and Shao Kahn's funny bone in tingling right now, I can tell you that much. I think for me, it's actually the Pokemon Mystery... Oh, damn it. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, because I never had the opportunity to play that game first time round. And I love that about games, you know. Any game that I never had the opportunity to play it, and I have a second chance to look at it and say, oh, maybe I'll play it now. And no, Chad, no, The Witcher 3 does not apply to that context. Just to confirm, just to make that perfectly clear. Alright, Chad? Good.
Kneel before Shao Kahn.
Yes, kneel before me.
Two. Fight.
This guy does not want to fight me at all. Then again, if I was Johnny Cage and I was standing in front of Shao Kahn, you know, after watching Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I mean, I wouldn't want to be Johnny Cage. I wouldn't want to fight Shao Kahn either. Why do I keep forgetting my fatality? Oh, I actually forgot it already. Not that far down. Ah, fuck it. That wasn't back, was it? That was forward. Okay.
Shao Kahn wins.
Shao Kahn. Excuse me.
Online. Ranked set.
Can't now. Why can't you now? You bastard. Sorry. Just... Nobody wants me. Oh, sorry. We're live.
The Witcher 3 is on sale. Emoji grinning face.
Ah, he had to get into Witcher 3, didn't he? Dear Lord. Couldn't get it in with me talking about games I never had the opportunity to play, but oh, you had to get it in there with the old sale on the Switch. Oh, God.
Shao Kahn.
You do realise, Chad, the more you try to get me interested in The Witcher 3, the more you mention The Witcher 3, it's actually putting me off the game even more. So if you want me to get Witcher 3, I suggest stop talking about Witcher 3. Because the more you talk about it, the more I'm actually being put off it. So it looks like my opponent's main is Noob Saibot. And obviously my main is Shao Kahn.
Fight.
another Mortal Kombat 11 online tournament. Know that I'm not as competitive. Do you think that would be safe or wise for me?
Okay, watch the Witcher Netflix series.
Oh god damn it. That's enough of Witcher 3 for 1 century. You know, we've entered a new decade, Chad. And I really don't want to be hearing about The Witcher 3 for the next 10 years. Thank you very much. I got him with the fatal blow at the right time. Timing is just essential for those fatal blows. Really isn't. Don't make me laugh.
Fight.
I don't know why, but I thought there was a song coming there, but unfortunately not. This is a really cool stage because when there's actually official Mortal Kombat tournaments taking place, or just like fighting tournaments around the world, like esports and stuff, the stage actually changes to match whatever event is taking place. Fatality!
Fatality.
Oh, the violence! The gore!
Khan wins.
It is so much. Sorry. It is so much violence. It is crazy.
Round 1. Fight.
Also, Chad, I'm in love. I have found love. I'm joking. I actually thought I had to play with blow there for a second. Oh, I got him with the Warhammer.
Round 2. Fight.
That was actually funny. I thought that I had to play with blow, but he did. I knew.
Round. Fight.
Stop with the hate speech. You know hate speech, I can't say fucking word. Legislation. Down I can't speak. But yeah, does that apply to like trash talk online? Because I'm pretty sure that no kid would be playing Call of Duty or Minecraft if those hate speech jokes about came into effect. Because like 10 minutes into an online section of Fortnite and Call of Duty, I fucked your mama, you fucking faggot. That's pretty hate. That's pretty, you know, hate speech inducing kind of stuff there. Don't you think? But obviously that would get completely ignored. Like.
New Simon wins.
Hate speech is your view your view conflicts with my view. Your view conflicts with the narrative, with the mainstream narrative. Therefore, your view is hate speech. Now go away and kill yourself, faggot. That's literally like, this is literally that's what you would hear from those people. And they're preaching to us about hate speech. Isn't that crazy? Oh, the hypocrisy! Oh, the sheer hypocrisy! But we're all so lazy and sheepish to do anything about it. They're more interested in watching Love Island than protecting the very island that we live on.
Round 2, fight.
Be right back.
Coolaboola, Chad. I'll be right here.
Shadows do not sleep. Final round, fight!
This guy's a good opponent. He knows his spatial awareness. Is that a thing? Basically, he knows where to be like at all times. It's like a tennis player, like, you know, on a court, tennis court. Knows exactly where to be at all times. Good game to you, opponent. Oh, the violence! It is just disgusting.
Noob
My
Saibot
God.
wins.
What time is it? 6 o'clock. Next aborted.
Online. Ranked set. Ranked set.
That is the sound of Johnny, aka GreenHerb-Gaming, opening a sealed packet of Tato cheese and onion crisp. Feel the crispiness. Listen to the crunch. Hear me shake my crisp. Well, I have 50 seconds to eat my crisps. And I'm gonna eat my crisps.
Kung Lao.
You like that, opponent? Oh, wait. You're gonna give me time to eat my crisps. Alright? Good. Shao Kahn has to be fed before he can conquer, okay? So you can wait, opponent, until I finish my crisps, okay?
Shao Kahn, Shinnok's Bone Temple.
I want them to pick my variation. Oh no, it's fine to have them on. Hey, do an introduction so I can finish my quest, so I'll skip it. Good, thank you.
I will poison and destroy the Shaolin.
Then I'll lay my vengeance upon you.
The righteous man's path.
Okay.
Round 1.
Let's
Fight.
go get it. I'll have no further questions. And a handful of fish. That's a good promo. I'm writing that down. I'm fucking trademarking that. That should be my nickname. Well, not my nickname. What am I saying? My new slogan for whenever I play a fighting game. I'm going to use that the next time. Oh, this could be so funny. I've got a mouthful of crisps and a handful of fish. What does it even mean though, a handful of fish? I don't know that. Finish strange if you had no fish in your hands, wouldn't it? I made Shao Kahn laugh. Only I can make Shao Kahn laugh. That's how good of a comedian I am. But I baptize you. I baptize you in the name of Shao Kahn. Oh Christ, well, it gives me time to eat some crisps in it, please. Think about it. Up. What the fuck did I just say there? I'm gonna say our bollocks, and I kind of mix it up with our bastard, and yeah. Ended up saying abba.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
Race.
Round 1. Fight.
Hello. Reminds me of Mortal Kombat Conquest TV show, which weirdly, and I mean weirdly enough, they spell conquest with a C. Like, how did that happen? Just how the fuck did that happen? How the fuck can you spell conquest with a C and be Mortal Kombat, for fuck's sake? Get a fucking grip. But great show that was though, really. The pity they went over budget. They put so much money into the production value of that series that they had no money for a second series. I fucking love that show so much then. Oh god, excuse me. That was Shao Kahn. That wasn't me. That was the sound effect in the game. Shao Kahn is full of gas. You're a gassed man, Shao Kahn. But yeah, Mortal Kombat Conquest. I loved it. I mean, some people are like, I hate fanboys. I just fucking hate fanboys because everything is so fucking particular to those people, like, you know. Everything is just so, like, they're like a bunch of fucking OCD bastards. I hate them. I'm sorry, no, but fanboys, they ruin a franchise. They do. They don't represent the franchise. They fucking ruin it. You know what fanboys are like? They're like, you know if you're on a bus and you sit next to somebody, and they're like, let me tell you about the health service. Jesus, don't get me started about the fucking health service. I'm like, oh, here we go again, he's gonna go off from one now. You know, that kind of way. Anyway. Yeah, fanboys, they just ruined. Fanboys of Mortal Kombat weren't happy with Mortal Kombat. nonsense. But I loved it. I thought it was a great show. Oh my good God, one of the best endings you could ever watch. I am telling you. Forget all the modern TV shows nowadays. Forget The Walking Dead. Okay? Forget I can't think of any other shows. Fucking I don't know, but just forget them anyway. Because I forgot them. But yeah, it had a great ending. Like, the bad guy actually won. I mean, how many times do you see the bad? And not only, oh my God, not only did he win, like, he didn't win by the skin of his teeth. Like, he didn't win by disqualifications, you know. He fucking, oh my good God, like, he owned every single one of his opponents. Right down the middle, boom. Bad guy won. It was great. Absolutely fantastic. And like, I have a brilliant idea for a second series of Mortal Kombat Conquest, which would be to take inspiration from Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat Reboot, whatever you want to call it. What if, just as Shao Kahn is about to kill Raiden, because he killed everybody else, he killed Kung Lao, Sora, fucking Tanya. It's not Tanya. What's her name again? I forget her name. Tarza, whatever the fuck her name is. I won't stare down, Sanya. Alright, I ain't like Johnny Cage. I ain't into that kinky shit, okay? Right? So if Raiden is about to die, so basically it picks up literally right where Mortal Kombat Conquest left off. Shao Kahn about to kill Raiden, boom, he sends a message back to his past self, and it literally goes back to the very beginning episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest, and you know, let's say it's where Kung Lao is about to he defeated Shang Tsung. Shao Kahn is saying finish him, and he's going to save his life as he did in the original episode. But this time, Raiden has all these visions of a very dangerous future, and he's like, whoa, kill him! He needs to be killed. Shang Tsung. So basically, Shang Tsung is gone. There's no Shang Tsung in this second series because he's dead. He's been killed, and that kind of is one of the many big changes then that will happen in the series, and it will change everything. A bit like how, you know, Mortal Kombat 9 changed everything, and yes, there were some things that were the same, but yeah, there was also a lot of change in it. So yeah, just an idea. Obviously, like, you know, there's a new Mortal Kombat movie in production, and that's going to kind of obviously change things.
Target down.
Who's down now, Sanya? Sanya Blade. Ringmaster.
Finish her.
I'd master your ring any fucking day, Sanya.
Fatality.
Fatality. There's somebody singing outside my house.
Round one. Fight.
Honestly. I'm fucking scared to look out today. Mother of God, okay.
Just another casualty.
Round
I like
two.
her costume.
Fight.
That's actually a nice colour, that kind of blue, I like that. Oh, Sonia, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your pretty face. Oh, sorry, Sonia. Oh, I'm sorry again. But that's what conquerors do, Sonia. They conquer.
Fight.
Oh, here. Sonia, can I baptize you, please? Stay still so I can baptize you. I want to baptize you. Stop it, Sonia. Behave. Get over here. Fuck you, Sonia. Sonia, you're busting my balls. You're busting my balls here, Sonia. Sonia, you're busting my balls, Sonia. Look what they made me do, Sonia. You left me with no choice, Sonia. You wouldn't let me... Oh, wait, I can still baptize you. I'm going to baptize you, Sonia. In Shao Kahn fashion. You're welcome.
Shao Kahn wins.
Got 100 hearts. Jesus, that's a lot of hearts. And my heart is broken. Shit. I just dropped all my sweets. Right. Fuck, that was loud, wasn't it? Next opponent, please. Next opponent.
Online. Ranked set. Ranked set.
Heard you the first time. Thank you. Where'd Chad go? I think Chad is back. Chad, you back, Chad? Hey, Chad.
Shao Kahn, Scorpion. Lost Hive of the Kaitin.
Lost Hive of the Kaitin. Hello, my opponent. I can hear your microphone. I know that you're there.
Round one. Fight.
I know where you live. I'm joking. I said I was joking.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Chaddy. Chad. Welcome back. Shao Kahn, that's no way to welcome back Chad Middleton to the live stream. Come on, Shao Kahn. Chad Middleton is not a weak and pathetic fool, okay? Stop that now. I'm so sorry about that, Chad. Shao Kahn is just being Shao Kahn. And my opponent is taking a shit. Hey, get back here. Hey! I can hear his mic, like. Hey! Can you hear me? Nah, this guy is just taking his shit. Okay, well, take your shit. As long as you like, I'm still gonna take the victory. I can hear it. He's like, there's something happening at back of him, is it? Let me listen to what he's doing. What are you doing? What are you doing, opponent? Are you taking a shit? Are you taking
Fatality.
Are you eating a burger?
Your opponent is another scorpion. Emoji confused face.
Oh, stop, Chad. You've seen more scorpions than the deserts of some place that has deserts. Yes. I hear voices. He's back. How you left and I literally kicked your ass.
Fight.
Jesus, like, do you care about? He's still gone. I can hear somebody speaking. Oh, there he is. He's back. Jesus Christ, like, is that the kind of respect you have for your opponent? You just get up and take a shit halfway through the fight. That's very disrespectful. Okay, actually I take that back. You can take a shit if you want. I don't mind. Oh god, it's just a spider in the background in the game. Trust me, if it was in real life I'd be fucking screaming my fucking lungs out. Oh, me ribs! Oh, look at that thing! Oh my god, I've never seen that thing up close in person like that before. Oh my god, get away from the fucking screen, please. Ah! Get away. I'm speaking to the spider now. I'm actually more scared of the spider than my opponent. No offense. It's even Stevens right now. I can hear you speaking. You've got a very soothing voice. You've got a very soothing voice.
Round one. Fight.
Me rib! My god.
Round two. Fight.
That's why he's singing.
No, I'm not going to the festival. I don't go to festival. Not since the last time. I had a bad experience.
Oh god! How bad was that experience was, Jesus. Oh, good game, good game, good game, good game, GG and all that, like, you know, bro, yeah. No, he stole that move from Raiden. Just saying. Raiden's fair.
Fatality. Scorpion wins.
Well, that's gonna hurt in the morning. Well, it was nice playing you in the art form of Mortal Kombat. You have a nice day now. Goodbye. I love you. I love being random in the live chat. On the lobby.
Online.
I don't know who I was speaking to, that's the thing about it. It could be a fucking 90-year-old woman. Could be a 9-year-old child. I don't know who the fuck I was talking to, but... Oh well. All I could hear was mumbling and moaning. Seriously, I could hear her moan. I'm not joking. I was like, Serious? I'm not joking. Deadly serious. Nothing surprises me in my life, so that's why I'm not phased. Time is it now? 25 minutes past 6. Where did the day go?
Jade.
Jade. Hi, Jade.
Shao Kahn.
Hi, Jade.
Tank Garage Bunker.
You wanna go to my bunker, Jade? Just me and you, Jade. In your bunker. I'm gonna bunk you in your bunker. This is the
Fight.
I forgot what I was gonna say. This is the most online game that I play. And it's terrible vocabulary. What I mean is the one game that has online that I play most online, you know. That's what I was trying to say, but it came out extremely bad. That move,
You
that's
follow
usually
Ricky
bad.
Berwick?
Who? You follow Ricky Barrett? I do not know who Ricky Barrett is. Who is Ricky Barrett? Please tell me who Ricky Barrett is. I need to know who Ricky Barrett is. Not, oh, Jesus Christ. Jade is drilling me. Jade had fucking drilling on his head away, bitch. But, who's Ricky? Ricky. The only Ricky I know is Ricky Kombat. That's about it now. Would you stop using that move, you whore? I'm sorry. Take it back. I'm not raging. Oh. Oh, you were going for a hug. I'll give you a hug. You fucking hug, bitch. But no more hug then. I'm all there for a hug.
He's a crippled comedian.
He's a crippled. Well, he can fuck off now, because what the fuck just happened here? The game session is no longer available. Sorry. That was rude of me. He's a crippled comedian. Okay. Does he...
Online.
Does he...
Ranked set.
Does he get a standing ovation? I don't think he ever got one of those, did he? A standing ovation? Sorry, I'm taking a joke from Scary Movie now. How unoriginal of me. I'm joking, by the way. But no, I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him. I feel awful now. I'm just trying to be funny. Desperately trying to be liked.
Shao Kahn.
I did error. What's her name? Oh, look. Oh, I thought I was going to choose Kotal Khan. But he knew better.
Jackson Briggs.
Oh, Jackson Briggs. Mm-hmm.
The Hourglass.
You big black piece of muscle.
Fight.
Hunker down! Hunker down with Jack. Oh! My face. Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
You're still trying to win.
You're still trying to win. Well, you will never win. I'm joking. That's really competitive. How about a cosplay as Shao Kahn? Or at least Shao Kahn's anorexic brother. Because, let's just say I don't have the build of Shao Kahn.
Oh, when you look at this.
I'm sorry, Jax. It's nothing personal. I just didn't like your ending.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
Do you know what's really funny? Is some Mortal Kombat fans don't like the new Sindel, her new story, her new ending.
Oh my god, it's terrible! Oh my god, it's terrible! Oh my god!
What about Jax's ending? Like, Jesus Christ, I mean, I thought I was playing Mortal Kombat, not fucking political combat. Do you know? I thought I was playing a video game, not a documentary about how black people were treated back in the day, like, you know? My God, like, we all know how black people got treated. We don't need to see it portrayed in Mortal fucking Kombat, like, Jesus, man.
Black.
What is the world coming to at all?
Shaolin Trap Dungeon.
Next, like, Shao Kahn is gonna, like, reveal he's lust for Shang Tsung. Oh, Shang Tsung. Oh, how I've lusted for your soft, smooth body. Even when you were 10,000 years old, I just wanted to,
Round one.
Like, that's gonna be the next ending for Shao Kahn. I'm telling you, like.
The same people ranting about Jill's look not being sexy in Raid 3 Remake.
Oh yeah, they're not happy with Jill Valentine's appearance. Well, it is true, like, I mean, why the hell is Jill Valentine running around in a fucking tank top in the first place? You know what I mean, like? So, I like the way she looks. You know? That's not why I'm buying, like, Resident Evil 3. Like. That's why these fans make me. That's why these fans make me laugh, like, you know. The little, they get caught up with such little things. It's amazing, like. There are people that literally spend like 25-30 minutes just looking at the model of the character. Yes, I like to look at what they've done here now, but they could have put a bit more detail in her left shoulder. I don't have.
I am sexy and I am not in a remake, LOL.
Rumble Jungle, I hate to break it to you, boy, but you ain't sexy. I'm sexy. I'm the only sexy person on YouTube, okay? PewDiePie, eat your fucking heart out, boy. I brought sexy back before it needed to be brought back. And Rumble Jungle, welcome to the live stream, all joking aside. It is great to have you. Very welcome as always. Hope that you enjoy my Mortal Kombat 11 live stream. I'm playing some ranked online fights.
Lol him, you have a face only your mother could love, haha.
Well,
Online.
I never,
Only joking.
in the 31 years of my life, ever been so offended. Hate speech. I'm banning you for hate speech. That is so offensive. Oh my god. Yes, Rumble Jungle, I have no choice but to contact the powers that be at YouTube and report you for hate speech and get your YouTube channel taken down.
Shao Kahn. Scarlet.
Bowen Gamer. I'm more sexy than Shawn Michaels and then
Special Forces Desert Command.
Mr. Sexy combined. I should rename my channel to Sexy Herb Gaming, where I share my passion of all of you sexy bastards with the world around me. Yeah, I'd probably get my channel closed in 5 fucking seconds, to be honest with you.
Teach me your soul magic.
No,
Round 1.
I won't teach you my soul magic.
Okay.
Because you, Scarlet, are not sexy. You, Scarlet, are a bitch. And I don't take kindly to bitches. And I sounded a bit like Cartman from South Park there, didn't I? Don't make me
Round
laugh.
2. Fight.
Don't make me laugh. I keep expecting myself to sing an entire song, but then I just stop. Scarlet, I got a surprise for you, bitch. It's my fucking boot in your fucking face, bitch. Oh, you thought you were gonna go with the face law, didn't ya? I'm sorry, I'm not getting competitive, I'm just having a bit of fun. Nothing personal, Scarlet, nothing personal. I love you, Scarlet. Ever since I looked into your eyes, and I looked at your pussy, I knew that I was in love with you.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
Next fighter forfeits it. There's what? My opponent just forfeited the match. Have you no honor? Have you no pride? Have you no dignity? I meant to say dignity. I meant to say integrity, and I got mixed up with integrity. Whatever. But they forfeited the match. Damn.
Woo.
Online. Ranked
They
set.
forfeited.
Ranked set.
Rumble.
My one of many LOL.
You're the king of LOLs. She called herself LOL Gamer. LOL Gamer. LOL. I did it for the LOL. And hello to my third viewer who has just joined the live. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a fucking priest
Okay,
here now.
boomer.
Don't you call me boomer. Don't you fucking call me boomer. I'm gonna address my
I
third.
might get Sonic Mania for free with my gold coins.
Oh, I would 100
Emoji
and
thinking face.
I would 101% recommend that game. It is a great game. If you like Sonic, especially classic Sonic, you will absolutely ride the whole. Sorry, that's too graphic. You will like Sonic Mania.
Yes, chat, definitely get it.
And speaking of riding the whole, I'm going to speak like a priest. Welcome to my third viewer. To this glorious, peaceful, magnificent live stream. As always,
Shao Kahn.
it is very great to have you in the live stream, and you are very heartwarmingly welcome to the live stream.
Tank garage bunker.
I want to say that I hope that you enjoy this live stream, and I hope that you are having a nice day. And I will see you behind the altar at precisely 45 minutes past 7.
Round 1.
Thank you.
Fight.
Yeah, I'm just crazy. Crazy motherfucker. Hi Chad, another scorpion. I do know fear because I am fear.
Round 2. Fight.
How can I fear what I am? Well, that was fucking scary, wasn't it? Something like Batman with a short sword. I am Batman. And I am looking for Strepsil. Where is Strepsil?
I'm reading it's 3-0 for both expansions. That's great. Emoji grinning face.
No, Chad, it's too expensive. It's too damn expensive. I don't have that kind of money. Hi, Mama. Give me $50 for some V-Bucks, bitch.
Final round. Fight.
That gave me my damn Cheetos. But yeah, it's actually a good price, to be fair, like. I mean, I was saying earlier, again, like, if the Pokemon Company and Game Freak had decided to release standalone versions of the game, like they would in the past, then the game would have cost double that price. Let's face it. So you're actually saving money, if anything. These whiny, moany, little babies need to shut the fuck up. Oh my good god, my face. My face hurts. My fucking face hurts. Oh, I've been finished. And I didn't even get a mercy. Nobody gave me a mercy yet. That's fair enough. That's fine. Nobody likes me, okay. I'm used to that. That's fine by me. Fine by me.
Scorpion wins.
But Chad, I would highly recommend Sonic Mania, especially if you can get it free with your gold points. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's a great game. Like, I mean, again, if you're a fan of Sonic, and if you like classic Sonic, it's a no-brainer. In fact, why don't you have the game already, is what I would say. As Reggie Fils-Aimé once said, what's wrong with you? You know, in the wise words of a reading from the Gospel of Reggie Fils-Aimé. You do not have... I do not hold Nintendo 3DS in thy hand. What is wrong with I? Those have been the words of Reggie Fils-Aimé. I've literally had Reggie Fils-Aimé described to me as a god. Honestly.
Round 1. Fight.
That is how well perceived that man is. A god, like. Sorry, look at Johnny Cage watching in the background. Like butter wouldn't melt. Oh, I'm sorry, Scorpion. I had to prevent your fatal blow. It wasn't quite so fatal, was it? Ah, sorry.
It's better to die.
I'm sorry, just having a bit of fun. Relax, Johnny Cage. I'm not going to kill you. You're fine. I already killed you anyway. Why are you here? I killed you already. How are you standing before the Emperor of Outworld? I have killed you once and I will kill you again. You tripped me. I'm telling my mama that you tripped me.
Final round.
Shao Kahn's mother. That's another thing as well, now, right? Well, even though I was talking about this like weeks ago on my live stream, but you know how like we only found out in Mortal Kombat 11 that like Shinnok like has a mother like, and it's actually like Yokibab. It's Chronican. Well, what if you find out that, like, you know, Shao Kahn has a mother? Or like that Shao Kahn is the uncle of Shang Tsung or something like that. I don't know. I think that would be. Oh shit! Will you do mercy on me, please? Mercy, please. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, you prick. I'm not raging. I'm not
Scorpion wins.
I'm just saying nicely to my opponent that he should go fuck himself. Hard. That's all. I'm perfectly fine. Next opponent, please. I am not raging. I am not angry. I am perfectly fine. I'm perfectly sane.
Online.
Well, I don't know about the sane part.
Ranked set.
Rank. I heard you the fucking first time, okay? Jesus Christ. What are you looking at, Sonic? There's nobody asking your fucking opinion. You blue spiky furball. Sonic, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sonic. I didn't mean it. I love you, Sonic. It's okay. He's okay now, Sonic. He's okay. I didn't mean to shout at him.
Scorpion. Shao Kahn.
Another Scorpion player. Jesus Christ.
Karan
I think Chad is right about Scorpion players. I think Scorpion is like a default fighter. Are you alright now, Sonic? You're alright, Sonic. I didn't mean to shout at you.
No one fears you anymore.
Well, they fucking should, you yellow piece of shit. You're not even scary no more. You're all human now and all touchy-feely. Having cups of fucking... having hot tea. With Sub-Zero. So you tell me, Scorpion, who the fuck fears you anymore? Cause I certainly don't fear anybody who has fucking green tea with something. Oh, I gotta stop now. I like myself a bit of trash talking now and again.
Round 2. Fight.
Actually, I feel bad now, Scorpion. I'll give you a compliment, okay?
Joker is out this month and people will still play the defaults.
I know! That's the thing. They're too stingy to buy the fighter pass. Here, Scorpion, I feel bad for insulting you earlier. I'm going to give you a nice compliment now, okay? You're like John Cena. And I got that wrong. Doesn't matter. I don't even know that's an insult, actually. Sorry about that, Scorpion. Don't you throw sand in my eyes? That's pretty sissy. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Scorpion nowadays. Who scares? Who fear? Who? Okay, I'll stop now. Oh, well.
To the nether realm. Scorpion wins.
I think I pissed off Scorpion. Sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. But I still don't fear you. Because you're a yellow pussy. And I like my pussy nice and pink.
I've heard enough of your family and clan.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard enough of your family fucking problems, Scorpion. Contact Jeremy Kyle and shut the fuck up. Sub-Zero killed my family. He killed my clan. Oh, hi, Sub-Zero. Wanna have a fucking iced tea?
LOL, I have had enough of mine too, LOL.
We've had enough of I think we all have. I think we all have. Family. Where would we be without family? You threw sand in my eyes again, Scorpion, you pussy. Fucking sissy.
Round 2. Fight.
Here, Scorpion, throw sand in my eyes one more time, so help me God. You did it again. We're gonna pinch my nipples next, yeah? Alright. You won. GG, bro. GG. Oh, I gave me mercy. He gave me mercy. He gave me mercy. I'm actually so happy. Well, thank you for giving me mercy. He's the only person that gave me mercy. Thank you. And even after me insulting him. But you know what this goes to prove, though? It just goes to prove my point even more, that this guy is a pussy and he is nothing to be feared for. Yeah, started off well. Kind of fucked it up towards the end. But the fact that he gave me mercy shows that I have nothing to fear. This used to be Scorpion, like, you know, the vengeful Scorpion.
Online.
And now he's drinking iced tea with Sub-Zero and giving me mercy.
Ranked set.
What a fucking pussy. No, I'm joking. I'm not raging or being competitive. Just having a bit of fun. Time is an hour, 7 o'clock. It's clash. Time is flying. Time is flying without wings. But I sing a song before I end the live stream after. Johnny sings. That should be a new thing. Johnny sings. So I seem to get so much confidence when I go live on GreenHerb-Gaming. GreenHerb-Gaming is like my alter ego. It's like my wrestling character. It's just boom. It's like a mask. When I put on the mask of GreenHerb-Gaming, I can be anybody I want, and I can do anything I want. Oh look, it's Sindel. It's the character that all these whining Mortal Kombat fanboys don't like. I didn't like her ending.
Sindel.
I think it's great. I think it's absolutely fantastic what they did, because everything you thought you knew about Sindel, Boom, thrown out the window. Yeah, you can fucking find screenshots of Sindel crying, you know, with her. Then fuck that shit. Doesn't matter. Look, how many times has Marvel changed the fucking timeline? Marvel have changed the fucking timeline more than fucking than a single mother of fucking triplets. Okay, changing fucking nappies. All right, so boom. Sindel, you sexy bitch. Have a starfish on me. This is domestic violence 101 right here, like.
Round 2.
Husband versus wife. In Mortal Kombat. It's just the first Mortal Kombat. No, it's not. I was gonna say it's the first Mortal Kombat game to have like Scorpion and fuck Scorpion. To have Shao Kahn and Sindel like in the same game. No, it wouldn't be. Mortal Kombat 3 would have had. But like as a playable, I'm talking to myself now this stage. Well, no, that Mortal Kombat Armageddon had everything it has. So. Don't you scream at me, you bitch! I won't tolerate your screaming, okay? You know, I really haven't talked to my opponent for a while. Boom, you suck. Fatality. Nice knowing you. The door's over that way. Don't let the door hit you on the... Oh, wait.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
I like her purple eyelash and her purple lip. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. I'm flirting with the head of a video game corpse. What is my life coming to? Who are you gonna choose next? Who are you gonna choose? You're gonna choose Raiden? Baraka? Oh, don't pick Scorpion. Fuck off with Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm a Scorpion character. Jesus fucking Christ. Scorpion.
Tournament.
The yellow little sissy. He's turned into a sissy. I mean, he used to be the vengeful, you know, assassin slash ninja, badass motherfucker, you know, going after the Lin Kuei and Sub-Zero, you know, for killing his family and friends. Know what is he? He's an emotional, touchy-feely fucking hippie who sits with his enemy, Sub-Zero, and drinks ice fucking tea. That is what Scorpion is in 2020. Happy fucking New Year to you, Scorpion. And I wish your marriage well with Sub-Zero. Now that's some serious trash talking right there. Boom.
Round 2.
Whoever the fuck is passing up my terrace in a mini moped?
If you got
new
5 cents for every Scorpion and Sub-Zero,
Oh, good lord above.
you would be rich.
I would be richer than a fucking full packet of rich fucking tea. That's a biscuit or a cookie, as it's called in America, in the UK and Ireland. But who the fuck is passing my house in a mini moped? Will you fuck off and get a new engine? It's like a fucking hairdryer on wheels. Like, fuck off. I'm sorry, Scarpy. Whoops. That was supposed to be a fatality, but instead it was a backhander. A backhander to Scorpion. Like, get the fuck out of my sight, Scorpion. Get back to fucking your boyfriend, Sub-Zero. Oh, there he is again. Me. Fucking hell. Do I have any more chocolate left?
Online. Ranked set.
Ranked set. I think maybe 1 or 2 more games left. I might sing a song. It's not going to be Johnny Cash Ring of Fire because I've sang that so many times. But I'm going to have to find the lyrics to a song. And like do a karaoke. Let's just sing along. Whatever works best.
Shao Kahn.
I don't like new Playbot eyes. I don't like the way they look at me. It's creepy. And it gives me the look of somebody that wants to spend the night with me
Beast Pen.
and do bad things to me.
Round 1. Fight.
You're away from me, dude, Playbot. I don't like you. You're creepy. You're creeping me out. Get back. You ever just want your hole so bad? Sorry. But can we edit that, please?
Round 2. Fight.
This stage is actually one of my favourite courses or stages, or what the fuck you want to call them. Classic gamers are not supposed to say levels. No, I just like the interactivity. Well, the interactivity and the animations in the background. It's so cool. Stay away from me, newbie. Newbie with the big booby.
Finish him.
Boob cyber.
Worthless. Weak.
I didn't hear him laugh. My fatality wouldn't work, newbie booby.
Shao Kahn wins.
Newbie booby. Booby noob. And it is that time again where GreenHerb-Gaming cracks up live on GreenHerb-Gaming. I've lost count of how many times I've cracked up. I've cracked up more than a fucking egg.
Fight.
An egg about to become a boiled egg. A cracked egg. The kind of egg where you get a spoon and you hold it firmly between your fingers. And you give the top of the egg a good smack. A good smack on the top of an egg's head. And with the impact of that smack, the shell of the egg begins to crack and shatter. That is what my life is like right now. I'm an egg,
Round 2.
and life
Fight.
is a spoon. And it is cracking the very foundation of my life. How would you like that for poetry? Rumble Jungle, he sent the live stream and I used to write poems back in the day. That's an interesting fact. If Rumble Jungle ever tries to be all like cool and hip and sexy, he used to be a poet. I'm gonna joke. Being a poet is a nice thing. The sky is blue. I love you. The end. My poem. The sky is blue. I love you. Grab your shoe.
Round. Fight.
Because I have the flu. Will I bite or will I chew? I leave that one up to you. One and one is two. And Ric Flair says woo. If I were a ghost, I would say boo. But I am not.
New Simon wins.
So instead I say who. Good God Almighty, I have clacked up. What time is it? It is 7 o'clock. I'm going to have one more set for the gameplay portion of the live stream, and then I might have some random chin. Who's still watching? Give me registration to see who's register check, roll call. Name check, person check, who is still in the live stream? Because as crazy as I am, I don't want to be talking to myself. Apparently if you talk to yourself, it means you're very intelligent. I'm not going to lie, I have spoken to myself a few times. I'm not going to lie though. But I was thinking something more overnight today. I don't know, no, when I got a Chinese, I don't know, like the pasta, the cupboard like, you know, just guess what, just bake your pasta for God's sake, because we order Chinese at all. Nah, I'm hungry, I want to get Chinese. That kind of stuff, you know.
Round two. Fight.
Is there anybody in the lab? Let me know what a yes or no. Well, let me fucking, I'm gonna fuck. If someone said no, that would be the funniest thing ever. So I'm gonna wait for somebody to say that. If I'm watching a YouTuber the next time, I'm gonna say like, is anybody watching? I'm gonna say no. Is anybody here? No. Just to annoy them. I think I've lost this battle. My motivation is gone. I don't have the motivation to win this battle. Oh shit, I'm dead. Newbie with the booby. Hi, newbie with the booby. And you, what the fuck? No connection. My Wi-Fi just went off and my by itself. What has happened? Well, that was rather strange. It seems that in my defeat, my Wi-Fi had shut off momentarily. Well, that is really disappointing. Is anybody watching the fucking live stream? Will somebody tell me? For fuck's sake. Well, that is the gameplay portion of the live stream finished. I will now
Online.
mumble and ramble. Thank you, Chad. Thank you for letting me know, Chad. I really appreciate that, Chad. It means a lot to know that somebody is in the live stream listening to my random rambling and mumbling. I sound a bit like Fraser Crane when he was feeling ill and he was high on medication and he stormed into his what do you call it? What the fuck do you call it? His studio, and he was talking complete nonsense. And are you a fan of Fraser Crane, Chad Middleton? Have you ever watched the show Frasier, Dr. Fraser Crane? Yeah, it's a really good show though. I got the complete series the other day. I'm on the second series now. I'm on the second season or second series? Season. I'm on the second season. Season. Is it a season or series? I don't know. Season. And yes, so I will now mumble and ramble randomly and crazily. Is crazily a word? Well, it fucking is now. So yes, just my peculiar rambling. And I have already ran out of ideas of things to talk about. Let's talk about love, Chad. Oh, by golly, love. Where would we be without love? But then again, maybe if we didn't have love, we could be happier. What am I talking about? I have no idea. But love, Chad, it is a virus. Once you are infected with love, it gets into your bloodstream. It takes control over your mind, over your body, and it changes you, and it warps you, and it transforms you, changes the very fabric of your existence, and it crushes you like a nuclear bomb. But yeah, I'm actually quite great, actually. Yeah. But what was I talking about? Let's have a look at some gaming news. Let's see if anything is happening in the world of gaming. It's a really cold night in Ireland. I turned on the heating earlier, Chad, for an hour. Because we haven't gotten our first build yet. So we don't know like what kind of money we're talking about. Is it going to be a high bill or what? So waiting on our first build. Once we know how much heating is going to cost us roughly, we can decide how long to have the heating on for. But generally speaking, we have the heating on for an average maybe 2 hours a night just to heat up the house for at night time. Because night time is where it gets really cold. So yeah, I actually literally am talking about my heating. That's the kind of rambling you would expect from time to time on GreenHerb-Gaming, is rambling about my heating. But nothing happening in the world of oh my god, I see Shinobi. I see a Shinobi logo. I see a Shinobi logo, Chad. I fucking see a Shinobi logo. A Shinobi logo. I'm scared to look at it. But before I get to that, Sensor Tower 2019 was Pokemon. Listen to this, chat. No, this is all joking aside. To be 101% serious. Chad, listen to this because this is absolutely amazing. 2019 was Pokemon Go's most successful year so far. If anybody thinks that Pokemon Go is dead, they need to look at this. Wow! That game has been out for years. Even with like the big massive phase when everybody and everyone was playing Pokemon Go, 2019 was Pokemon Go's most successful year. Damn. Holy hell, I just like that kind of stuff. I'm not huge into Pokemon Go, but I just think that's absolutely fucking huge. That's just, whoa. What are your thoughts on that, Chad? Holy shit. Pokemon Go is not dead by any means. It mightn't be a phase anymore, but I can fucking tell you, people are out there playing Pokemon Go. Damn. It actually, do you know what? No, it actually has me motivated to go in and get a new phone. I've been meaning to get a new phone anyway, but okay, oof, my god, that is crazy. But the Shinobi logo, what is this news? Oh, Sega ages. Okay, it's still Shinobi. Okay, it mightn't be a new Shinobi. Okay, I'm still positive. Sega ages Shinobi and Fantasy Zone. Okay, I have that game already on Sega Mega Drive Classic Collection. Bit of a letdown. When I saw Shinobi popping up on my phone, I had hoped that it might have been like a new Shinobi game. I know that they tried to bring a new Shinobi game to 3DS, and I have it. It was actually one of the early games on 3DS, I think. And look, it was what it was. You know, it was what it was. It didn't really do anything major for me, but look, it is what it is. US Nintendo eShop sale for the new year now on. Sale that Chad Middleton made me aware of, and just a lot of news about Pokemon, like Pokemon Home cloud service launches in February. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX demo available, and Sword and Shield expansion pass now up for pre-order. I'm kicking myself, Chad. I'm kicking myself. I got a €50 GameStop voucher for Christmas, and sure, look, I didn't know that this expansion pass was going to be a thing. I was in GameStop. I decided to pick up Brain Training for 35 quid. 35? Oh god, I could have gotten this for cheaper. Oh Jesus. I'm kicking myself. No, I really am. Oh well. I mean, I will be getting it, the expansion pass, but I'm just kicking myself that I didn't actually get like an eShop card. But there you go. There you go. Pokemon Direct Roundup for the 9th of January 2020. So my random rambling continues on GreenHerb-Gaming. I do this from time to time because I am quite insane, Chad. I'm quite insane. I go insane.
I recommend the Samsung Galaxy A budget series, especially the A20.
I will recommend. Oh, I probably will have a look. Samsung Galaxy A budget series, especially the. And would that be good with Pokemon Go? Do you think that would have the augmented reality feature? Because I think I had two phones. No. I actually did have two phones actually before this phone. I did, didn't I? Fuck it, I can't remember. I don't know. But I don't know. No, it's actually wrecking my head now. I don't know. But one thing I really wanted in Pokemon Go was to be able to use the augmented reality feature, where you would actually see the Pokemon that you were catching, like in the which was the biggest selling point of Pokemon Go, and which is why you had people running across the road trying to catch Pikachus, like standing in the middle of the road, fucking Arctic truck coming towards them. I can die peacefully because I have caught Pikachu. So, do you think that the Samsung Galaxy
The A20 has a big battery, great screen, and the same fast charger as the Switch?
I like it already. Thank you, Chad. Do you think that'll have the augmented reality features on it? Because some phones don't have that feature. So I know my phone doesn't have it. Because I think that would be interesting. That would get me back into Pokemon Go, actually, if I could, if I could see the actual Pokemon there in the screen. That would be nice. So that's nothing really happening other than Pokemon is taking over gaming news right now. At least when it comes to Nintendo. Let's just move away from Nintendo for a second. What's happening with PlayStation? Let's type in PlayStation in Google News.
It showed the A series is new.
But I've even noticed though with some new phones they don't have that. Sony's Jim says you talk battery level up. Sony's Jim Ryan, PlayStation 5 bigger difference has. Oh my good God! This is what I want to hear, Jim Ryan. I could kiss you on the fucking lips right now, boy. That's what I want to hear. That is what I want to fucking hear. Boom. Sony's Jim Ryan, PlayStation 5's bigger differences have yet to be announced. PlayStation boss also suggested there will be no months-long delay for Japanese launch. Sony Interactive Entertainment President and CEO Jim Ryan has teased that PlayStation 5 will have more unique elements that distinguish it from the firm's current console. Thank you, Jim. Jim, you've made my day, Jim. You've made my month, Jim. By God, you've made my fucking decade, Jim. This is what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear. I am a lot more optimistic now. This is what I want to hear. Unique differences that set it apart from the previous console. Boom shakalaka laka, boom shakalaka laka, boom shakalaka laka, boom. That's what I want to hear. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I fucking love it. Boom. I love it. I'm sending this to my friend. To my good buddy, Damien Sewell. You know him well. One of my great subs. Hey phone. Are you gonna let me fucking share it, no? Do I get to share? Do I get to share? Do I get to share this? Yeah, I want to share it, yeah. You're gonna fucking let me share it, like? What do you mean, error? What do you mean, error? What do you fucking mean, error? Alright, I'll just copy. Well, just... What? Signed into... Why? Whoa, I didn't sign into fucking my email. What the fuck is going on here? Hey, fuck off. Weirdos. Want me to sign in? I don't want to sign in. Okay. That is great news, I swear to. Fuck, that is just great news. Okay, look, he's not saying anything concrete, fair enough, like, but that's what I want to hear. Like, that's what he said is exactly what I want to hear. Oh, good Lord above. Doobity, doobity, doobity. I am fucking delighted. I am pasting the article as I speak. What a sexy man Jim is. He also said there will be more I can't fucking spell. I literally cannot fucking spell. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Apart from, because up until now, what you've heard about is faster loading times for PS4 games, which is okay. If I happen to have a PS4 game and I want to play it on PS5, it loads faster. Great. But I was like, okay, PS5, come on, PS5, PS5, PS5. We heard about haptic feedback. It's a bit like HD Rumble, but it'll be more modern, more improved, and stuff that I know nothing about. All techno jargon. We see a logo, like, wow. But other than that, we've seen Godfall, which is the first PS5 game. But I mean, I've had my buddy, you know, saying to me it's a bit underwhelming. Like, I found it a bit underwhelming too. But this, like what he said here about that there has yet to be. The bigger differences have yet to be revealed. I love that. I fucking love that. So I'm happy. I'm hyped now to see what that actually is. Because what I want something that is exciting, something that is appealing, and something that sets it aside from the PS5. What I don't just want, okay? I don't want something that plays it too safe. I don't want a box that is shaped slightly different to the PS4 and that has better graphics and better specs, because that bores me in 2019. It does. So what I'm excited for is the unique elements.
Will Sony attend E3 this year?
That is a good question. Let me get my live chat back up to see who I'm responding to. That is a good question. They didn't attend last year, and I believe they didn't attend the year before that. So that is an interesting question. Chat. Just wasn't too sure there. I thought somebody else might have joined the live stream. But good question. I don't know if they take the opportunity to unveil the PS5, then they obviously will be at E3. I think it would be a great opportunity for them. However, I've been saying this for quite a while now. I think that Sony should have a dedicated time slot, hold a conference, a Sony PlayStation conference, their conference, nobody else's conference, not E3, not Gamescom, not CES, not the Tokyo Game Show, but a conference held by Sony, for Sony, and obviously for the fans of PlayStation, and unveil the PlayStation there, show the console up close and personal, show the controller up close and personal, show the kind of games we're going to be playing, primarily gameplay of those games, and just go in depth about what this console is, what it can do, what sets it aside from the PS4. That's what needs to be done, to be quite honest with you. I want to see a conference, and I want to see an unveiling a bit like what Nintendo did with the Nintendo Switch. They held a dedicated conference in January of 2017. It was their conference, nobody else's. It was held in Tokyo, and it was all about the grand showing of what the Switch is, what kind of games you were going to be playing on it, when they were coming out, what the controllers could do. You know, it was a full-on reveal, and you know, by the time that conference ended, you knew exactly what the Switch was. You knew when it was coming out, you knew how much it cost, and I think that's what I'd like to personally see with the PS5 as well. And I also just think that the very first revealing of the Nintendo NX, as it was called at the time, was just, it was perfect. It was a 3-minute trailer. I mean, I wonder how long it took for Sony to talk about the logo of the PS5. You know, like a 3-minute trailer revealed the NX as the Switch. You saw a logo, you saw the console, you saw the controller, you saw somebody playing it, you saw the entire concept of what it was. You realised straight away that you could play games like Skyrim on an airport, on an airplane, bring it back home, play it on the TV. You knew exactly what you were getting in a 3-minute trailer. And that was the very first time that Nintendo uttered the word Nintendo Switch. That was the very first revealing, very first bit of news for the Nintendo Switch. And what a reveal it was. And then that got followed up obviously by the conference that was held in January of 2017. So, you know, what I'd like to see with PS5 is something similar. A dedicated, maybe they could have that reveal trailer, you know, before this conference that I would like to see. And, you know, so that is what I would like to see. And I'm very happy now with that news. I swear to God, I'm going to post it to Facebook now because, as you do, you know, just posting random stuff to Facebook. That's quite, actually, that's really fun. I've really incorporated, what is this? Game intends to close 40 stores in the UK. Damn. I don't understand how Game is closing, but GameStop is still in business. I just like what is that about? What is that about? But what was I going to say? I've incorporated a mentality from Bebo. Bebo used to be a social media website. I just share these random shit, you know, some people sharing their this is how I feel, this is what my life is right now, and I'm just sharing articles about PS5.
Game is closing.
Yeah, man.
Hello.
Oh, who is in the live stream? I hear a hello. I'm gonna get my live stream back up. James, hello to you and happy new year to you, buddy. How are you keeping? How has 2020 been for you so far? I know it's only been 9 days into 2020. I know that's a pretty tough question to answer considering that we're 9 days into 2020. But very welcome to the random mumbling.
Good, how are you?
I'm glad to hear that, man, as always. I'm actually not too bad. Not too bad, is what I would say. Not too bad. So you've joined the random mumbling segment of GreenHerb-Gaming, where Johnny, GreenHerb-Gaming, just talks random stuff. It could be about anything at all. So, yes, that is the segment that you have arrived in. And you're very welcome to the live stream, as always, man. And yeah, Game in the UK, I think it's 30 stores are closing, I think is what I read. They're closing 30 stores in the UK. That is upsetting. I like one game was in Ireland. James, can you remember?
Good evening, Green Herb, emoji herb.
Is it this? I keep closing my my live chat and someone joins. Stumpy! Good evening to you, Stumpy. How are you keeping? How is everything? Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Great to have you as always. And welcome.
Hi guys.
And you've joined the end of the gameplay portion of GreenHerb-Gaming, but you have arrived at the random mumbling segment of GreenHerb-Gaming. It happens now and again. I just go off on a completely
I'm
random.
Good, thanks.
Glad to hear it.
How's your day been?
Well, I'm glad to hear your day is going well, and you're very welcome. My day is grand. It's all right. It's all right. I could be a lot worse. I try to live my life from the view of perspective. I put things into perspective. My life could be a lot worse. So I'm just going to share an article on my Sony, the Sony boss, Jim. I forgot his name. Just gone, Jim. Has said that the bigger differences of PS5 has yet to be revealed, and I'm actually hyped for that. But like, I really am. Like, I mean, some people are probably hyped for faster loading times on PS4. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, like, but I'm hyped by the fact that there's going to be like big differences in the PS5 that will set the PS5 apart from PS4, and that has me very, 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 very excited. Look at that sexy
what
man.
Was announced
Jim
on the
Ryan.
third day of 2020. Like what? 3 days and war is already announced.
I was waiting for the World War III meme. I was waiting for that. No. Well, funny now that you should bring that up. Funny now that you should mention the funny memes. The funny memes about World War III. Oh my goodness, Iran and America, what a funny, funny situation it is. Ha ha ha, we should all laugh. You say it's not quite funny at all. You say... I don't even know what to say really. But like, I think it's a very dangerous mentality to have. I'm talking in particular about American people here, young Americans. It's a very dangerous mentality when your reaction to a potential world war is, I'm not saying you know, James, I'm saying like young Americans, that their reaction to their country going to war is, let's make a funny meme. Let's make a funny meme. Myself and my family could be blowing up in a war, but let's make a funny meme. And not just that, but let's look at Donald Trump as the enemy. Let's look at my own country as the enemy and almost side and sympathize with Iran. That is a very dangerous mentality to have indeed.
I mean, I was being serious.
Oh, you were being serious. Okay. I thought, like, because everyone is talking about World War III. I'll tell you one thing, okay? If World War III hasn't happened already, I don't think you have anything to worry about. And specifically, I don't think the Americans have anything to worry about, because it'll be their war. Let's look at it like this. Osama bin Laden. The leader, what we're led to believe anyway, the leader of the Al-Qaeda, the leader of the terrorist group, again that we're led to believe, that masterminded the terrorist attacks on September 11th, again so we're led to believe. Now you look at that. This man and his organization hated America, and that's probably the understatement of the entire century. That hatred led to an attack on America. Again, or so we're led to believe. Now, what happens? Under the leadership of Barack Obama, Osama bin Laden is captured and killed. Again, so we're led to believe. Now, if there was no retaliation, serious retaliation against the death of Osama bin Laden, and if that didn't lead to World War III, then I don't think anybody has anything to worry about in America. That's just how I feel about it. But it's people's mentality that I want to discuss here. The mentality of young Americans almost sympathizing with Iran is very, very, very concerning indeed. They shouldn't be looking at Iran as the victims and sympathize with them. They should stand patriotically, stand with their country and with the leader of their country, which is, whether they like it or not, Donald Trump. He has been president for almost 5 years, in spite of everything, in spite of all the hatred he receives, in spite of all the negativity he receives, in spite of impeachment or whatever the case might be, he is still America's president. And he is simply defending the country that he leads. And I just think it's real dangerous that particularly the young people of America are responding to a potential war with making funny memes about World War III and viewing Donald Trump as the enemy and Iran as the sympathizer. I don't know a whole lot about the situation. Okay, I don't. But I just think that people need to choose their sides on this. And I think that if you're an American civilian, I think you need to choose. You need to realize that you're an American, not an Iranian, and that's how war works. There's two sides. You see, this is. I'm going to reply to a message from my buddy, and I'll get back to this in a second.
Did you hear that if war breaks out, then Germany is going to war with France?
I did not know that. That is a pretty strange one. That is why Germany would go to war with France is really, really strange and beyond me. But let me just reply to my buddy, and then I will resume our conversation about a potential World War III. We're all fucked. We're all dead.
I mean, that could be fake.
Potentially, I didn't look too much into it. Didn't look too much into it. Okay, so World War III is happening. Woo! We're all gonna die. Sorry. No, I didn't hear anything about Germany going to war with France. I'm concerned. But I'm not concerned about like World War III. I'm not going to create any funny World War III memes. I'm concerned about people's mentality. I'm concerned about how people react to what's going on between Iran and America. I'm concerned that there are some people who sympathize with Iran and not their own country. And I'm concerned that people don't stand by their country and stand by the ruler of their country. That's really, 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 and I mean, it really is disturbing. I mean, fair enough, there's a lot of people that don't like war. There's a lot of people that don't like war, but, okay. You don't want war. You don't want to go to war with Iran, because Iran is a dangerous country and they have, they might have nuclear weapons that could wipe us all out. Oh my God, don't don't go to war with Iran. Please don't go to war with Iran. Oh my God, please don't go to war with Iran. You don't like war, fair enough. But how do you propose that we fix this? How do you propose that we just make Iran happy with America again? Make Iran happy again. Let's go around with baseball caps saying, let's make Iran happy. What do you propose? Do you propose that we gather a load of Christian Americans and we go to the Middle East? We go to Iran.
But Trump killed some Irani fella.
I think the Iran fella you're talking about, James, is is an Iranian general who hates America and who would have attacked America at any opportunity he had. Like it's not like Donald Trump assassinated poor Paddy coming out of a bingo hall late at night. I mean, we have to look at things as they are. Like, we have to be blunt about these things, you know. No, again, I don't know a whole lot about the situation, but I do nonetheless have an opinion about the situation, just like we all do. We can all create funny World War III memes. So instead of making a funny World War III meme, this is my reaction to the situation. Because I presume anybody who's making those...
But the general will get replaced like they always do in war.
They always do in war. Thank you for that, Chad, because that's the point I want to focus on in just a second. Now, to go back to what I was saying. How do we propose to fix the problem of war? How do we, as a civilization, end war? What do we do? And in this particular situation, this really tough situation between Iran and America, how do we propose to fix that? Do we gather a bunch of American Christians, go to Iran, and sit down with these people and sing
America will be putting their military stuff in Cove and Cork
That's
and
actually
the rest of Ireland?
It's interesting. I'll get to that in a second, though, because they have been doing that in Shannon Airport for a while. But like, is that what we're supposed to do? We're supposed to, you know, go off to Iran and say, "Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. Please, don't be angry no more. Let's just be peaceful. Let's just be friends." I'm sorry, but that's not how it happens.
We
War.
need to gather everyone together and do a Teletubby big hug.
I know, yeah. Big hug, Iran. I love you, Iran. That's not how the world
From
works.
what I understand, he was a necessary evil that prevented Iraq and Iran going into war.
Chad, it's very concerning.
Emoji thinking face.
It's very concerning that you say a necessary evil. There is no evil on this earth that is necessary. No, I'm not just saying you, Chad, but that is a term that people seem to use a lot. A necessary evil. No evil is necessary. And that is the blunt reality of things. War has always been and always will be. Ever since the establishment of civilization, there has been war. Tribes went to war with other tribes. Tribes conquered each other. Look at the history that Ireland has with Britain. We as a nation were conquered. The Vikings conquered us. The Normans conquered us. War has and always will be. And people will have to choose a side. And you're not just going to come along dressed in a fucking Pikachu onesie and say, "Give me a hug. Free hugs. Free hugs. Free hugs, everyone. Everything's going to be all right."
Union Jack.
You know, feck the Union Jack. So that's the blunt reality of things. No. So we're not going to be able to fix anything by singing Kumbaya fucking awe in a bonfire in Iran. Okay? The reality is, this is not Donald Trump's problem. It isn't Barack Obama's problem. And it isn't either George Bush Jr. or George Bush Sr.'s fault. This goes back far, far longer than those people. America has always been at war with the Middle East, and the Middle East will always hate America. It's not going to change anytime soon. Whether we like it or not, whether you want to be a liberal lefty pussy, or whether you want to be a far right racist, it doesn't matter. The reality is, whether we like it or not, we have to accept the fact in the Western world that countries like Iran are our enemy. And allies like America are the allies and are the good guys. In war, there's sides. And you're either on our side, you're either on a side, or you pick a side. And you're either with us or against us. And it takes a true leader to stand up and protect their country and protect what they believe in with integrity, right, and strength. And all these fucking new age liberal fucking pussies who think they can fucking save the world by hugging trees need to come off their fucking imaginary high fucking horse, right, and see the bigger picture here. Anyway, I don't think that World War III is going to be as a result of Iran and America. My view on World War III is that it's going to be a war between the people, a civil war. A civil war between what's left of humanity, what's left of sane, logical humans who will have enough of the crazy agendas that these absolutely insane liberal left-wing psychopaths are pushing on people, and that would lead to World War III. It's not going to be a nuke fired by Iran or fired by America. It will be a moment in time where humanity, real humanity, logical, sane human beings stand up to these psychopaths, these liberal left-wing psychopaths who are telling schools around the world that there's 100 genders, and are telling children that if your opinion differs to the narrative, to the mainstream narrative, that your opinion is hate speech. It's no longer considered free speech. No, you don't have free speech anymore, because your free speech is hate speech. These are all the type of agendas that these psychopathic left-wing crazies are enforcing upon us every day of the week. Now, they're the real enemies, not Iran. And when humanity wakes up and has enough of this craziness, there's going to be a war, and that will be World War III. And you can create your funny little memes all you like, but you're going to wish that maybe if you had actually listened to maybe me or someone like me, you know, and maybe if you hadn't labelled somebody a racist or a conspiracy theorist, you actually listened to the people, maybe it wouldn't be too late. Maybe this war could have been avoided. You know? So I would say to people, choose whether you want to ignore the truth or hide it by making funny memes, or whether you want to see the truth and see what's happening around you and stand up. And you know what? It's not about me. You know, it's not about what I have to say. There's no point in just saying, oh, Johnny's right. I'm gonna think how Johnny thinks, and I'm gonna do what Johnny thinks. No, it's not about me. It's about you, about what you believe in, what you stand for. Because if you have to listen to me and copy what I say and copy what I do, then that is no different than the very thing that I'm actually opposed to, which is opposing agendas on people. And that's what you need to fight against, is that mentality. Oh, I know that one of my subs, one of my good buds, wanted Johnny Talks for Christmas. Well, we just got one a bit later than Christmas, but there you go. That was for Kirby with a Knife, who wanted Johnny Talks for Christmas. Bit of a late Christmas present there, Kirby. But yeah, I don't have anything really else to add to that, other than that there is a World War III coming, but it's not going to be nations versus people, and you're going to have to choose a side, whether or less, you're going to have to choose a side there too. Are you on the side of...
Let's get our balaclavas out and get to war, bring back the IRA.
Do you know what is really frightening, James? Like, you've got a very valid point in what you're saying. Because behind what you're saying, I can see what you're trying to say. What you're trying to say, basically, without me trying to put words into your mouth.
Will you be playing Doom 1? It got new campaign missions and other stuff.
Actually, that sounds good. The Return of Doom on GreenHerb-Gaming. That sounds good. I like the idea of that. But James, without trying to put words into your mouth, I think what you're trying to say is that Ireland needs to remind itself who it is and start fighting again. Fighting for what we believe in. Getting back our country's, dignity. Just like Ireland did when it got conquered and it had its independence threatened, and we stood up and we fought. And I think what you're trying to say there, James, is we should all come together and fight for what we believe in. I think that's what you're trying to say. And the reality is, like, what you are saying there, unfortunately, would be perceived as hate speech in the ears and eyes of these crazy left-wing liberals. They would shut you down every opportunity they can get. Oh, hate speech, we don't want hate speech. And it's, but to be fair though, the IRA would be classified as terrorists. And that's just the way that it is. But then again, the black and tans were no less or no more terrorists than the IRA were. I mean, what is terrorism really when you think about it? I mean, every soldier fighting a war that launches a bomb and results in casualties is a terrorist. So, but I will say though, I see your point on what you're saying, James, and that's the most important thing. But if you were trying to make that point to somebody else in this left-wing liberal world that we live in, it would be perceived as hate speech. And you're in school right now, so this is an interesting opportunity actually for me to get an insight into what is being said in schools today in Ireland. What's the story with what's it like, James? What's it like being in secondary school in 2020 when you have an opinion that is different to the narrative, that is different to the mainstream opinion? Like, would you be able to have an opinion, let's say, about border control? Like, let's say you have a lot of different cultures, a lot of different, you have a multicultural school, I presume. There's lots of different people from different countries in your school. If you had an opinion about border control...
Are you free from Britain?
Well, not entirely. Not entirely. The Republic of Ireland is basically the south of Ireland, but Northern Ireland is still under control by the Crown. But James, what would be the situation if you had an opinion about border control. You felt like, you know what, I don't think we should be letting in hundreds and thousands of immigrants or migrants because there's not enough space, or because, you know, some people will lose their jobs and stuff. What would be the reaction, James, that you would get if you said that? Because what I see, now I'm not in school, but what I seem to see is a rise in censorship of that type of free speech. That if you had an opinion about border control, that you would be shot down, and what you are saying would be perceived as hate speech. And I like...
Everyone would snap.
Everyone would snap. Thank you, James. I got 5 viewers in this live stream, and I hope that they can all see what's happening right now in Ireland, in schools. Is James couldn't even have an opinion about something very important like border control without that being perceived as hate speech. This is what children are being taught. This is what children have to go through in schools in Ireland. And it's not just Ireland. I presume it's right across the globe. People's free speech is being censored, and it is being perceived as hate speech. And again, this is what it is if the opinion differs to the mainstream narrative opinion of the left-wing liberals, then it is perceived as hate speech. And the irony of all of this is the reaction that James would receive is, go away and kill yourself, you racist. Imagine that. Imagine having an opinion about something and being violently bullied like that by being told that you're a racist and you should go and kill yourself. I'm not saying that's the case in James's situation, but I'm saying a lot of these people, like Donald Trump for instance, I've seen videos of people attacking somebody for simply supporting Donald Trump. That isn't, not only is that hate speech, that is a physical attack on somebody for standing by their political views. This is what we're facing here. This is the reality of what we are facing.
How dare you not include all the Pokemon? Emoji smirk.
Chad is try to defer me now, try to take me away from Johnny Talks. Well, I think it's safe to say that Johnny Talks is going to be around for a few more minutes in this live stream, and I'm quite happy with that. And I've got 5 viewers in the live stream. Angelo, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, hello to you and welcome to GreenHerb-Gaming. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to check out my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that, man, so much. And as I always do with anyone who takes the time to check out GreenHerb-Gaming, check out my YouTube channel.
People like me and my friend Rory are kinda on the same page, but they don't get my point. Like I make a valid point, like the IRR no.
Not terrorists, they helped Ireland. My computer voice interrupt. Sorry, Angelo, I just realised that I already subscribed to you, but welcome to the live stream nonetheless. The gameplay portion of the live stream has ended, but my political views of the world around me has taken centre stage. So James, you're saying that people like me and my friend Rory are kind of on the same page, but they don't get my point. Like I make a valid point, like the IRA and terrorists. I've been there myself many times, James. I see it and experience it quite a lot. The reality is, the IRA did fight for this country, and they had to physically fight for this country. And if it hadn't been for the IRA, and it hadn't been for supporters of the IRA, we would not have the kind of Ireland we have now. And that's the reality of it. So say what you want about the IRA, call them terrorists, call them what you want, but we wouldn't have the kind of Ireland we have now if it wasn't for the IRA. Then again, you know, that's been that very country.
The IRA?
The IRA are the Irish Republican Army. And when Ireland was conquered, invaded, ruled by foreign rulers, the British Empire, United Kingdom, the IRA stood up, came together, and they went to war with their invaders. So that's who the IRA are. I mean, look, The general consensus of the IRA is they're a terrorist, they kill people. How many people did the English, how many Irish people did the English kill? I mean, you don't hear that question being asked a lot, but yeah. So that's who the IRA are, Chad. It's frightening that free speech...
If anything, the IRA are heroes.
I agree.
Are they still around?
Well, the IRA it's quite complicated and confusing really.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, James, I don't know about that, if they're still around, to be honest with you. I don't know about that. If they are around, they're not doing a fucking good enough job, I can tell you that much. I'll try to get my Irish history right here now, but my belief is that the IRA eventually formed into, like the original IRA formed into Sinn. James is in the IRA. That's funny. My belief is that the IRA formed into an actual political party called Sinn Féin because they kind of realised at that stage that this is the only way that we can actually, you know, get our independence back. And to cut a long story short, quite literally, cut the IRA short, the second that Gerry Adams and Michael McGuinness welcomed and shaked the hand of the Queen of England, that is when the IRA died. That is where Sinn Féin as a political party died. And it is no longer about, you know, getting back Ireland's independence. It's about other little fucking left-wing liberal agendas that no Sinn Féin are a part of. It's now about fighting for abortion rights. It's now about fighting for gay rights. It's now about climate change. It's now about all these fucking shitty ass fucking agendas that have absolutely nothing at all to do with the real, you know, struggling Irish man, Irish woman, or Irish child in this country. Because those issues, they just don't matter. If you want to cock up your ass, get a cock up your ass. Good on ya. But you're not going to see a flag from me. You're not going to get a parade from me. Live your life, take your cock, have a good time, buddy. But that's not a concerning matter for me, at least. You know, do you get bullied? Of course you do. Do you get attacked for who you are? Of course you are. But guess what, buddy? A homeless man in Cork City, simply because he was homeless, had his head decapitated, his arms decapitated, brutally murdered in the most evil fashion you can possibly fucking imagine. Guess what, people? The world is a bad place. And it doesn't matter if you're gay, it doesn't matter if you're lesbian, it doesn't matter if you're bisexual, transsexual, queer, it doesn't matter who you are, no matter what you are, you will be attacked for who you are. You know? What do you want to, like, what do you want to, like, if you don't want to bring a baby into the world, don't. And if you are in the unfortunate situation that you did bring a baby into the world, then there's adoption and foster care. And if you're a young person and you really want to stand up and protect your planet, how about you fucking start with the people on the planet instead of protecting a fucking shell? Instead of laughing with your buddies and making fun of the homeless bum lying on the street. You know? Like, why don't you actually stop for a second and say, this is a fellow human being. Oh, we gotta save the whales. We gotta save the animals in Australia. They're dying. Oh, it's so sad. Oh. Why don't you actually care about human beings that you walk past every single day of your miserable fucking lives? Your miserable, condescending, posh lifestyles. Why don't you actually care about the people who really struggle? You know, you take your day off fucking school and fucking stand outside fucking City Hall and fucking read your stupid little quotes about protecting the fucking planet. You don't give two fucks about the people on the planet, so what gives you the fucking right to protect the planet itself? So these are issues that just don't concern me. Climate change doesn't concern me. Gay rights don't concern me. Abortion rights don't concern me. They just don't, because
True words from Johnny.
Well, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. You know, and you know what my truth is? It's blunt truth. People, I witness it every day of my life. When you speak the blunt truth, you know, there's a saying that the truth stings. Oh no, my truth doesn't sting. My truth knocks you out on your fucking ass. Because it's hard hitting. It is the truth. When you're hit with the truth, boom. If you're somebody who's been denying or hiding the truth and you get hit with that truth, boom, you're gone, you're on your ass. That's my blunt truth. People will call me homophobic for what I said earlier. Call me what you want. Call me what you want. But as I just said, if you want to cock up your ass, get a cock up your ass. I ain't stopping you. If you get attacked for being gay, that's unfortunate. You report that crime to your local Garda station like you would report any other crime, like a homeless person gets attacked in the street for being homeless. Or somebody who has scruffy clothes gets bullied and mocked and pushed on the floor because of how he dresses. Or maybe he's, you know, sitting down minding his own business playing the Nintendo Switch in the park. And somebody pushes him because, oh, you like Nintendo, you're a baby. Punch him in the face. Take that, baby. Look, people get bullied every day for who they are. Does it mean that we have to have a Nintendo parade and start waving Nintendo flags? Where's the homeless parade? I don't see a homeless parade. I don't see anyone being proud of who they are, you know, class-wise, you know. I don't see those parades. So I'm not concerned by, you know, if I was a politician and if I was a Taoiseach of this country, I certainly wouldn't be pumping taxpayers' money into funding, you know, parades for somebody who has who's of what sexuality. Doesn't concern. It's far more concerning issues. And what I just said there, in fact, everything I just said there, in the eyes of these crazy far left liberals, would be perceived as hate speech. Everything I just said there, an opinion that differs to the mainstream opinion, will get viewed as hate speech, homophobic speech, blah 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 speech, you know, because it's the truth, and because it's the reason they're doing this, the reason why people are doing this is because truth is being spoken, and they're either denying the truth or hiding the truth. So once you start waving the truth in front of them, literally punching them in the face with it, they don't like it. And they'll do everything they can in their power, and they have the power because these people are politicians and they're connected to politicians, and they're, you know, they just use social media and all sorts of ways to get their pedestal, and they do have the power. They will do everything in their power to shut down the truth, and it's been happening for a very long time now. And you know, as far as you know, concerning issues that are facing Ireland in particular, but I think the world too, is the absolute destruction of free speech. There is a war taking place, and many shots have been fired in this war. The enemy are far left liberals. The allies are intelligent, logical, loving, caring human beings who value the right of freedom of speech. And every day of the week, these people who exercise that right to freedom of speech are being attacked by left-wing liberals. Every time a person who values the life of a baby, values the beginning of a life, stands on a public stage or in a public room or wherever and says, I am against abortion because of A, B, C and D. Like, it's only a matter of time before that person gets called out on their faith, for instance, because if the person has a strong faith and is a very religious person, then because of their faith they're going to be strongly opposed to abortion, because maybe their faith has taught them to cherish, value and appreciate life instead of looking at it as a nuisance, and as a problem. So they will start talking, and it's only a matter of time, because let's face it, like 99% of liberals are atheists. And you know what? It's not because they don't believe in a God, it's because they want to be God. So crazy they are. It's like Oswald E. Spencer in Resident Evil, that scene in Resident Evil 5. I was to be a god. I know it's a video game, but there are people out there that are insanely that arrogant that they really just want to be God. So this person who has an opinion about abortion and stands up in a democracy, in a free-speaking country, and says, I think abortion is wrong, before you know it, they're called a religious bigot. I mean, imagine if you're an emotional person. I'm actually quite an emotional person. I never realised this until recently, but I actually am quite an emotional person. And if that was me saying that, and I didn't offend anybody, and I didn't personally attack anybody, somebody stood up there and said it to me, I would get emotional. I really would. And who knows how that could affect me. I could have mental health. I do actually have mental health issues. I've spoken about it many times. I have anxiety and depression. What if I couldn't take what that person said to me and I ended my life? No, that's not me. That's not me saying, like, if that did happen, it's not me saying, like, oh, putting pressure on anybody, but that's the reality of it. These people don't know. And the irony of this is these are the people who are trying to censor people like me for having free speech and calling that free speech hate speech. So shut up, you religious bigot. I'm now going to shut you up because what you're saying is hate speech. It's like a mother telling their child, mind your fucking language. That's literally what it's like. A child, a parent disciplining their child by saying, mind your fucking language. That's literally what these crazy left-wing liberals are doing. They're telling me that I can't have free speech, but at the same time calling me names. And that's not even scratching the surface. I mean, like, if I was in America and I strongly supported Donald Trump and I had a cap that said make America great again, people will say kill yourself. Do you not have to become a meme, more or less? KYS. I do research. That's the thing, I do research. I have I'm not going to reveal my secrets, but I have been doing quite a lot of extensive research into the world. Yes, you heard that correctly. I have been researching the world for years. I have been researching the behaviour of people, how they respond to certain situations, and I've kept track on particular memes and how people react. And KYS seems to be a very popular response to a lot of mainstream narratives, agendas. Like if I said I support Donald Trump, kill yourself. I think abortion is murder, kill yourself. I don't think we should have gay parade, kill yourself. Like every single thing I just said there is my opinion, my view. and it's responded by kill yourself. I don't think you can get any more hateful than telling somebody to end their life on this planet. Can you think of anything more hurtful, more hateful than that?
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah, it's concerning because so many kids play Minecraft. But the thing is, like, a lot of kids can be so hurtful. You know, a lot of kids can be so hurtful. I mean, we say that the kids are the future, and they'll turn around to us and say, "Okay, boomer." But some kids can be really hurtful, and you know, more now than ever before. And they are the future, whether we like it or not. They are the future, and if that's the kind of future you want, then you have to seriously have a good look at yourself in the mirror. If you want the future of people who will tell somebody to kill themselves because their opinion differs to theirs. I mean, what happened to a sensible debate between two people who share two different views? That seems to be gone now. That seems to be so gone. But I think the world is fucked. There's a lot of issues facing the world, and they're not the kind of issues that mainstream media talk about. When I say there's so many issues facing the world, I'm talking stuff that is bigger than health crises or hope or people being attacked for who they are. I mean, there's some huge issues that face the world that people are not even aware of, or that quite simply don't care about. And I think for me, the biggest issue is what I have been talking about for quite a while now, and that is the attack on freedom of speech. Taking somebody's opinion and view about something and morphing it into hate speech, simply because it isn't in line with the narrative, the mainstream agenda. What do I mean by that? I mean that I think it's safe to say that a lot of people hate Donald Trump, and it's almost expected of us to hate Donald Trump. The narrative is to hate Donald Trump. The mainstream agenda is to hate Donald Trump. Donald Trump, bad man, hate this man, bad man, right? Donald Trump, really bad, hate Donald Trump, right? The narrative and mainstream agenda is to be in full support, blind support of everything to do with the LGBTQ plus community. Now, every single time that I have a conversation about the LGBTQ plus community, I want to make, and I will always make it perfectly clear, that I am not one single bit homophobic. That I fully support anybody who is gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, queer, or anything in between. Fully support them, nothing against them. My issue has and will always be with the LGBTQ plus community as a brand, as a movement. So that the mainstream agenda and the narrative is to completely support that movement in everything they do. Even if they want to teach 5-year-old kids about it and have it plastered and everything, have it plastered in an ad. I was watching what would you call it? A TV provider ad, a Sky TV. Not joking with you, rainbow flags everywhere. I was watching a soap opera, Coronation Street. A little child, a kid, a young girl, little girl, her top, rainbow. There are rainbows everywhere. No, I'm not. If you say what you want about me, but I'm not stupid. Okay? I'm not brainwashed, and I will not be shut down. There are rainbows everywhere. This is their brand. They're selling it like a Nike logo. You know the Nike tick? You know what you see? The Coca-Cola logo. The LGBTQ plus community has become a brand, and its logo is its rainbow, and that rainbow is everywhere. Because for whatever reason, still can't quite put my finger on it, but the liberals, they just want this LGBTQ plus movement everywhere. I don't know. I'm not quite there yet in terms of knowing why that is, but I see it everywhere. I see that rainbow everywhere. Now, I just think that it is far more important to sit down with a young person. It doesn't have to be a young person, because let's face it, you could be 50 years of age struggling with your sexuality. But I say young people because it is that age that you need to really be supportive of somebody who may or may not be of a certain sexuality. It's important that they get support, that they can talk about how they feel. But I'm just saying that you don't need to subscribe to the LGBTQ plus, subscription service. You don't need a leaflet handed to you about all the different parades that take place. It's just not something that should be sold to you, is the word I would use. Get the support, yes. Be accepted for who you are, yes. But it's your sexuality. That's where it ends. That's where it ends. Your sexuality ends with your sexuality. It doesn't need to be brought into anything outside of that. That's all I'm saying. So when I see all these flags and all these parades and these over the top selling of a sexuality, it's unneeded, and it's concerning, to be honest with you. I think that what's starting to happen is kids are growing up in a world where they believe that a sexuality is something that they can choose. Maybe it would be fun if I was gay. Maybe it would be fun if I had, gay sex, lesbian sex. And see, what's happening as well is left-wing liberals are now starting to glorify and celebrate porn, which is the fakest form of love you could ever imagine, because they're literally actors. How more fake can you get than acting? And what's starting to happen is I'm beginning to think that I suppose I do have a theory actually about why left-wing liberals are, promoting sexualities. It's because they're sexualizing children. Now, I haven't had a very deep, like Johnny Talks conversation for a long time, but look, there are some really sinister people out there who are unfortunately in control of a lot of things. The people who are literally pulling the strings of the show that is life, the puppet show that is life, unfortunately. And they're very sick, twisted individual. And look, you don't need to look any further than the likes of Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein, Kevin Spacey, and so many big figures, either in Hollywood, politics, the royal family. You don't need to look any further than them to see that there are some perverted individuals living on this world. And unfortunately, some of those perverts are high up there in these liberal movements like the LGBTQ plus community. So one of my theories as to why the LGBTQ plus community is being promoted so much is that they're sexualizing children because they're perverted pedophiles. Full stop. So that's why it concerns me when primary schools are being taught about LGBT like some sort of a cool brand.
You heard all those people in the Kevin Spacey case are dead.
Well, I didn't hear that, but that is just... Look, that speaks for itself. What Chad Middleton just said there, I don't need to even comment on that. That speaks for itself. That speaks for itself. Nothing else needs to be added into that. But let's remind ourselves that Kevin Spacey is a man who wanted to have sex with a 14-year-old boy. End of.
Be right back. Bill Cosby.
And I am back. I'm back. My controller died. Bill Cosby, another pedophile slash rapist, a pervert, a very powerful pervert who was very big in Hollywood. Now, look, what I'm saying here is one of my theories as to why the LGBTQ plus community is everywhere now and viewed as a brand and selling sexualities, you know, like telling children that it's a choice. You can choose what sexuality you want, and glorifying porn, like porn literacy, literally teaching you what porn is and all the different types of porn and all the different types of sexual positions and all of this. This is all done, in my view, this is my theory. The reason for all of this is because a large part of the LGBTQ plus community has been infiltrated by pedophiles, very powerful pedophiles who want to sexualize children. Now obviously, like, the reason they want to sexualize children is because they're pedophiles. It's pretty self-explanatory. So that's my belief as to why the LGBTQ plus community are, you know, in your face so much. No pun intended. Sorry, bad joke. But so yeah, if I had an opinion about that, I mean, oh my good God, could you imagine if I stood in a public, you know, platform and said what I just said there? Oh man. I mean, hate speech, I think I'd be arrested, to be honest with you. I don't even think it would just be hate speech. I'd be arrested for what I said. But unfortunately, what I said is the truth. That's the truth. And listen, that's not an attack on gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, queer people. No, that's an attack on a movement, on an organisation, on a brand that has been infiltrated by paedophiles who want to sexualise children. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm attacking an organisation. I'm attacking paedophiles who infiltrated that organisation, in my opinion, in my theory anyway. And it kind of makes sense when you think about it, like, you know, because they're basically trying to make sex cool. Okay, look, well, sex is cool, to be fair, but look, I'm just saying, like, does a 5-year-old child really need to be considering his sexuality? And whether you're a child or an adult, a sexuality should never be viewed as a choice. But that's what's starting to happen. They're making it look cool. I mean, they're giving it the rainbow colours to make a sexuality cool. Like, you want to choose this sexuality, you want to be part of the sexuality, and that's what it's doing, is sexualising children. And by hearing this in school at a young age, and by being taught about porn literacy at a young age, it's doing more to glorify and to make sex as out to be like a cool thing. So anyway, if I had an opinion about that, it would be perceived as hate speech. So the narrative, the mainstream agenda on the LGBTQ plus community is we all have to like them, we all have to support them, and we can't speak out against them. That's pretty much what it is. And yeah, I mean, if I had an opinion about climate change, if I said, well, you know, what about 5G? Radiation? You know, look, my point is, all of those issues, climate change, LGBTQ+, abortion, all of those issues.
You know what is funny?
Life is funny, James. What is funny? It's a funny old life, James. It's a funny old life. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that right now. I suppose the message of this little Johnny Talks segment is protect free speech. Stand up to free speech and never allow anybody to convince you that what you're saying is hate speech. Because your morality will decide whether what you said is hate speech or not. You'll know yourself if you feel...
My teacher thinks that LGBTQ is a load of crap and he had said it in school.
Well, your teacher needs a handshake. Do me a favour, shake your teacher's hand on behalf of GreenHerb-Gaming, Johnny, the next time that you see your teacher. I am telling you, shake his hand, fist bump, high five, whatever. That man needs a fucking handshake. I mean, the strength of him to say that publicly in school is just amazing. That's what I call an inspirational teacher. Somebody to stand up there against the narrative, against the mainstream, and just to say something like that, that is just so radical. That's the kind of fighting spirit that Irish people need in this country. And that is what you meant earlier, James, about, you know, how we need people like the IRA back in our country and how we need to stand up. People who fought for their beliefs and stood up against, you know, a crazy way of living. You know, so my God, I couldn't honestly respect your teacher any more than just standing up and saying that the LGBTQ, because it is a lot of crap. You know what? I'm actually going to end the live stream by giving a perfect example of how full of crap the LGBTQ plus community are, how hypocritical they are, and just how hilariously retarded they are, and how they don't really give two flying fucks about the rights of gay people, how they give no flying fuck about fighting for them or supporting them, and how it's not about acceptance and inclusion and diversity and social inclusion. So bear that term in mind, social inclusion. Bear that in mind, because that's what the LGBTQ plus community always talk about: social inclusion, including gay people in society. Okay. And here is why I think that they're nothing more, right, than a bunch of perverted paedophiles who want to sexualize children. Again, that is not gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, queer people. That is the LGBTQ plus community movement brand that I'm talking about, because I feel that they have been infiltrated by perverted paedophiles who want to sexualize children for obvious reasons. Okay. Last I heard, there is plans to build student accommodation especially for LGBTQ plus people. A separate building for people of a specific sexuality. A fuck house. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it spade a spade. A fuck house. A place where people can go to get it on. They preach about social inclusion, yet they themselves are separating themselves from society. They're secluding themselves. They're separating themselves. They're dividing themselves. They're making themselves unequal. If you want to cock up your ass, get that cock up your ass, but share a combination with somebody who wants to fuck a pussy. But separating yourself from everyone else is just the opposite to what they're fighting for. That tells me that they don't give two flying fucks about what they stand for. And the only reason for building this accommodation is to just create this fuck house. A bunch of horny college students who have been brainwashed since primary school that the LGBTQ plus community is a cool little brand. I can choose my sexuality. This is so cool. Oh my God, we were taught about porn. This looks fun. I'm going to try this out. Boom. By the time they're in college, they're completely brainwashed. They're completely horny. They're completely sexualized, and they go into a fuck house and fuck instead of studying and, you know, being successful people. And yeah, that's my theory on it. It's my graphic theory on it. But there you go. I said my theory has always been blunt. And look, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, Johnny Talks returned momentarily. Well, a bit longer than momentarily, I will admit that. to give his views and opinions on the world. Look, if you actually watch my my very first video on YouTube, that's what I said I was here for. I said I was here to give my views and opinions on the things that happen around me. And tonight, I have done that. But unfortunately, you know, the world has dramatically changed since 2009. Because 2009 was the year that I created my YouTube channel. Long before GreenHerb-Gaming, long before I streamed games. But now the world has become a place where if you share your views and opinions with things that happen around you in the world, it gets morphed and shaped into hate speech. It's scary. Like, it scares me a lot more than what Iran could do to America. It does. It really does scare me. Where people have become so used to the regular type of things to be scared about. Whenever there's a murder in an area, you know, the news reporter always captures somebody that might be living in the area, that knew the family, knew the person. And it's just, I mean no disrespect. I mean no disrespect to the family of any victims or the family of the criminal. But just the blank facial expression and the blank response. Shocking, really sad, very surprising for this area. It's because they're not shocked, they're not surprised, and quite simply, they're not sad because they're so used to it happening. But the thing is, like, that kind of stuff, I don't think that scares me or them anymore. I think what really scares people now is the thought that they can't even have an opinion without being branded as a racist or something else, or being homophobic for having an opinion. I think going into 2020, I want to get actively involved in protests. Not a political party, not, maybe, who knows. Now when I say a political party, obviously I don't mean Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin. But I think I do want to get a little bit political going into 2020. It's January, you know, it's the start of the year. I'm looking around and I'm seeing a very different world, a very different country, and I'm seeing a country of where, actually, I know I said it in the stream, but there is something else that I want to say before I end the live stream. As always, anyone who knows me knows that I'm that kind of a person. I'm like a granny that you meet in the street. I'm like, you know, when your mother or father bumps into a friend, well, it's always the mother, to be fair, let's face it, it's always the women. It's always the women, always. Like, you know, your mother will bump into Mary. Oh, Mary! How are you, Mary? Jesus, I haven't seen you since 2 days ago. Jesus! Did you hear, Mary? They're after increasing the price of digestive biscuits. It's crazy, I know. Well, Mary, I'll let you go now. I'll see you again. Oh, Mary, before I let you go. And, like, you will hear that, like, 5 times in a row. That's kind of what the end of my live streams are like, basically. Unfortunately. So I apologise for that, but there is something that I wanted to say. Okay? And I suppose this is kind of like, because the world is a different place, and I've realised that the world is a different place, and I feel like my country has been, I view my country as a schoolyard, and I feel like the schoolyard has been populated by big, bad, mean bullies, and they've taken control of the schoolyard and every student in the schoolyard. And there's a status quo, and the status quo is they're the big bad bullies, they do what they want, they say what they want, and we all just accept it and get on with it. And anyone who speaks out, we move away from them, because we don't want to associate with people who are against the bullies, because we don't want to get that retaliation ourselves. So we distance ourselves from anyone who speaks out. That is what this country feels like to me. And using that similar analogy, I'm going to talk now about Iran and America. You see, here's the situation between Iran and America, and here's the situation between Iran and the world, and this is the way it's always been. Iran is the biggest, meanest, baddest bully in the schoolyard. And anyone who dares oppose Iran will get the shit kicked out of them, basically. And that has been the status quo, that has been the perception. So nobody has dared to stand up to Iran because they fear the shit being kicked out of them. Well, Donald Trump walked right up to that bully and said, "Fuck you, motherfucker." Bang, took him out. And now the world is like, "Oh my God, what have you done? Oh my God, what have you done? Oh my God, you've hit the bully. Oh my God, you've hit the bully. Oh my God, we're all dead. We're all dead. We're all fucked. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead." That's literally what's happened. But what's actually happened is Donald Trump stood up to a bully. America, under the control of Donald Trump, stood up to a bully, and we didn't give in to the bully. And all the people who are running around with their tails tucked between their fucking legs are just scared people who just think that Donald Trump shouldn't have hit the bully because the bully is now going to hit us. No. That's my analogy that I'm going to end this live stream with. Life is a schoolyard, and you can't leave the bullies get their way. You have to stand up to those bullies and take back your schoolyard. Okay? So going into 2020, going into the new year, I'm going to have to just inquire really and just find out what protests are taking place. And like when I say protests, like, I mean, you're not going to see me protesting for LGBTQ plus rights. You're not going to see me protesting for feminist rights or anything. No, the kind of protest that I'm talking about is the protest against the general consensus, the protest against the narrative, against mainstream ways of thinking. So whenever I see like somebody supporting, isn't it an awful, really sad day when you see a group of people protesting against free speech? Isn't that just really, really sad? Isn't that just backwards as a society? Isn't it? Isn't that just so bad? Silencing people.
Live stream protests with your new phone.
Well, I have to get to 1,000 subs to go live, unfortunately. But I am. No, I'll be honest, because it's always better to be honest. It's always better to be honest with your flaws and your weaknesses. One of my biggest flaws and one of my biggest weaknesses, I do a lot of talking, but a lot of the time I'm shy and I back down. So I'll say I do all these things, but a lot of the time I back down. But I'm going to do my best to stand by my word with this, and I'm just going to have to be more aware of where these protests are and just get involved, just stand there and show my support. I mean, by God, I am not going to let anybody silence me and silence my opinion. You don't like my opinions, tough, but you don't get to call what I'm saying hate speech. You don't get to decide that, you know what I mean? And that's going to be my motivation. You know, free speech, kind of like protests and stuff like that, but just stuff in general. I mean, there's been a few things that's happened last year in 2019 that really scared me and really had me awake. And I think I promise you I will end the live stream on this. And it's about Tommy Robinson. Oh, Tommy Robinson, isn't that the far right racist? No, Tommy Robinson is a father of young children who wants to protect his children against pedophiles. Tommy Robinson is a father who confronted pedophiles and simply asked them a question after the trial had been over. And because of the very strange world that we live in, that's just full of red tape and regulation and policy and bullshit, basically, and because of how people's mentality is so warped, Tommy Robinson was viewed as the bad guy. and the paedophiles were actually viewed as the victims. Society sympathised with the paedophiles, and Tommy Robinson was put into a cell for, I think it was a couple of weeks, or no, it was a couple of months actually. A couple of months. Can you believe that? Can you believe, Chad? Can you believe, James, if you're still watching? Or anybody else who may be watching this? Can you believe that a man was sent to prison because he stood up and questioned paedophiles? And I will not live in a world like that. I will not allow that to happen. I will not allow bullies who may be in the justice system, the police force, or just...
WTF.
Exactly, James. Exactly. And it's as true as I'm sitting here, James. And you know what? Like, okay, I'll tell you the... Look, I will tell you the full truth of the matter. I have told you the truth, but like, I obviously left out things because it doesn't matter. Basically, the British government and the British police force and the British justice system, the court system in Britain, will tell you that what happened was contempt of court. That by Tommy Robinson interviewing these paedophiles, defendants, whatever you want to call them, and mentioned their names, that it was contempt of court. And contempt of court is what Tommy Robinson was arrested and charged for, and the verdict was imprisonment. Okay, that's what actually happened. But I don't care about the red tape. I don't care about contempt of court. I don't care about that. I'm not going to protect paedophiles. I don't care what the law says. I don't care about that. And there was talk about that by him mentioning in the names that it put the victims in danger, which I think is a load of shit, to be honest with you, because first of all, the court was finished. The trial was finished. The only thing that matters in my mind is the fact that a man, a father of children who protected his children from paedophiles, was put to prison. And nobody wants to hear, nobody wants to hear that Mohammed raped a little girl and married a little girl. Nobody wants to hear that. Because guess what? Oh, that's not what is said in the Quran, and this is not that, and this is not this, and this is not that, and blah, blah, blah. Where did it all come from then? Where did it all come from then? Where did that story come from? It's no less factual than anything else written in the Quran. Look, I'm not going to back down on that because of what, religious fanatics say. I'm not going to back down from that. I don't have to look very far to read that Muhammad raped and married a little girl. And it doesn't matter if it happened, 10,000 years ago or 10 minutes ago. It's a fact. And this is the prophet of Muslims. This is who Muslims worship. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason why, paedophiles who happen to be Muslims do what they do. No, because paedophiles do what they do because they're paedophiles. Paedophiles don't do what they do because they're, of certain religion, or certain fucking job title or whatever. I mean, I always say it. You don't have to be a dirty old man in a white van to be a paedophile. I mean, you can be a nice 21-year-old fucking soccer coach. You know what I mean? Get on well with the lads. You know what I mean? Fucking, fist bump the fucking the players in the match, or you know what I mean? That can be a paedophile, and that's why we're dangerous, because especially in look, I could talk a lot about this, but the fact of the matter is there is no definition of a paedophile only then an adult who is sexually attracted to a child. You're 18 when you become an adult. So an 18-year-old, playfully slapping a young fella's ass, you know what I mean, and having a bit of crack, no pun intended, that's paedophilia. End of. Full stop. No discussions about it. You don't have to be a hairy, homeless man walking down the street to be a paedophile. Okay? That's what I've always said about paedophilia. Paedophile doesn't have a definition other than the fact that it's an adult who is you know, who engages in sexual activity with a child, and a child, at least in the law of Ireland, is somebody who is under the age of 17. And that's end of. No more about it. No more about it. You know? So I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, and I'm not saying that all Muslims are paedophiles. No different, no less than saying that all priests are paedophiles. You know, because you will get people who will say all priests are paedophiles. So, you know, I'm not going to say that, just like I'm not going to say that all Muslims are paedophiles, you know? But I nonetheless, like, the situation with Muhammad stands. That doesn't change. Look, anyway, I could be here for the whole night, but unfortunately I can't. I think I've learned a lot about myself in the last maybe year or 2 years, when I really started to talk very passionately about these things. I'm a lot more political than I think I am. I'm a lot more outspoken than I think I am, and I'm a lot more passionate than I ever thought that I would be. There's a lot of issues that interest me, and there's a lot of things that I will talk about, and the fact that I spend almost 2 hours talking about these things, you know, proves that. So again, I think I just need to look for these like protests, look for opportunities to speak, and every time that I can, by God I will. By God I will. So that's where I'm going to have to end it. So I want to say that I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream, the gameplay portion of it, where I was playing some Mortal Kombat 11, and the random mumbling and Johnny talks and political conversation portion of it. Either way, I hope that you all enjoyed, and I want to say more than anything else, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time on GreenHerb-Gaming. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.